Hello everyone, and welcome to
Well, football is, of
today's
course,
match.
ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. During games, he is always laser-focused, and he fights tooth and nail for every win. Diouf. And it's Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. He has a look up. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, he's gifted it to the... Mbappe! It is a fantastic goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Here's a chance! And no, just off target. Mbappe.
Munich are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And Messi! And for a moment, time stood still. Diouf, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Triol deals with that comfortably. So what can they make of this? And it's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! And he's stuck it away. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter.
Nakata! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. Deftly away. Koeman.
Munich definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And that is a little undercooked. Looking to play him in.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Lampard.
Hello everyone, and welcome to
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Skims one in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. Ronaldo in acres of space out wide. Batistuta. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Plays a sharp little ball here. That was good alertness. That's a sharp pass. Threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Aguero! And again! Goal! Botafogo! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Botafogo have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
O'Reilly is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. He's had it taken off him.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Aguero. Lampard. Not the most accurate pass.
Botafogo practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Pass is just off target.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ferdinand. Oh, this is a terrific run. Now it's Messi. Koeman cuts out the pass. Zanetti. And it's Nakata. And that has been knocked clear. Looking for the run. That's going to go a long way. That is ended up in no man's land. Cafu. Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. Now O'Reilly. Nakata. Chance here to counter. He's found a way through. He's in a good chance for a shot! Cleared without hesitation. O'Reilly. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done. And we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're underway for the second half.
Munich can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Messi. Totti. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking to play him in. Batistuta providing an outlet on that flank. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Bellingham. Ambitious ball here. And that's another good win of the ball. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. Oh, that is asking. Decent chance! And a neat finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how...
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Everyone, please turn to the screen for a special presentation of our tireless work for good causes. Hello everyone, and welcome to...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Division
camaraderie.
against
The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Nicely weighted ball. Just no time to dwell. Messi! It's anyone's ball. And the finish!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that was very necessary. He's been caught napping. And he's there to clear it. Kajolu, crossed it again.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Yamal. Ferdinand does well to get it back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hello everyone, and welcome to
Hello and welcome one and
today's
all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable...
And Batistuta! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly... And there's the shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Neymar. Driving forward. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Makaleli, looking for the run. Now this could be a chance. Might be danger here. Messi. And it's Nakata. Aimed beyond the defence. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And the pass is intercepted. Lampard, a player who needs no introduction. Juve, really fierce, close defending.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Has a look and plays it forward. Marquinhos. Makaleli. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Makaleli. Neymar. He shifted it to the flank. And he's quick to... Goes for a shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
We're looking at a different game now. And a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward. Lampard. Romero gets over and intercepts. Romero getting this one clear. Oh, that's fabulous. Koeman calmly anticipates.
Minutes have been indicated.
Dahari looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Back on the way then. And it's Messi. Neymar. Cafu. Messi. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he thumps it clear. Threads one in. That looks a cracking ball. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Played towards the front line. Well, that has not gone well. Plays a sharp... Can he finish? And no mistake. It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. He's going to be disappointed with that. That's a shade optimistic. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Where it came from. Oh, that's superb. Chance! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution for München, number 24, Frank Lampard.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Barcelona leading now.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Number 18,
McAllister.
Gabriel Batistuta.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Coming on the field.
McAllister is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Kylian Mbappe.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Bebeto.
Dahari showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Not the most accurate pass. Messi. Can he get on the end of this?
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He has found the way through. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot a goal! And that really should have been that.
Dahari really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. And it's Marquinhos. De Ligt is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Tries to pass it through. Lee Kang-in is in a really good position out wide. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Looking for options for movement. Cardoso. Cafu. And that pass just didn't quite work. Position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead.
Hello, everyone, and
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This So this is the one we've all been waiting for, the crowd embracing the ultimate game in the competition, the ultimate date with destiny for their teams, as one of the game's most sought-after pieces of silverware is within their reach. No shortage of glitz or glamour, and fitting that the final chapter to what has been a great footballing saga should feel as it does here. Let us be treated to a grand finale. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here, unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now.
We are just getting started.
Yeah, I think I'll be keeping a keen eye, Peter, on the early exchanges here. Both managers did emphasise their eagerness to...
Great chance! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nico Williams has the space to scheme. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking tidy in possession here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. Nico Williams really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bebeto. Nicely shaped ball. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Deftly away. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a shade optimistic. Moved on forwards. And it's Ronaldinho. He's found a way through. Nico Williams takes the shot. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Bebeto, can he get on the end of this? Batistuta has it out wide and in space. Kadiolu clears it away. Now it's Yamal. But that has not gone well. That pass isn't the best.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Not the most accurate pass. That's a cute ball. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, nicely intercepted.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Zanetti. To Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So we are halfway through this final. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So we reach the halfway point. What does Jim Beglin have to offer at this stage?
Well, Peter, I think their lead owes a lot to a well-thought-out game plan. Now they just have to stop their opponents building up any kind of momentum early in the second half.
Half-time then, just 45 minutes between us and the climax of it all. So it has been pretty frantic here, everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Ronaldinho. No foul, says the referee. That has been cut short. Van Bommel. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Park Ji-sung is looking to influence the game from out wide. Great vision. Bebeto! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Threads one in. Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Lobbed in behind. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Cannavaro makes the interception. Bebeto does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Lovely, now then.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pass somewhat off target. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, well played. And he's quick to get rid. So we have movement on both benches.
Yeah, they have to do something to change the status quo.
Substitution for München, number 10, Hidetoshi Nakata. Number 25.
Tries from a long way out.
Number 18.
Good catch by the keeper, though pretty much straight at him. Oh, what's he done? And the shot! And that's in! Incredible! There is still life in this final. It is level.
Well, this has turned into quite a game now. It's not like they need any reminding from me, but it's time now for both managers to take the braver route.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Goes for a shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Lee Kang-in. So not long left in this now. And lest we forget, if there's no decider, there will be penalties. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. So deadlock, and this is heading to spot kicks. So by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So it is that dreaded time, the time you realise that only penalties can decide it. So the final act of the final. So this one to set the tone. And he has done his bit.
That's the example they will want to follow.
You can cut the tension with a knife. Messi, the next man to walk up to the spot.
Yeah, good pen that.
So both teams on the board. Duke, second to go. Big character, big moment, big save. So on to the second man.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
This for parity.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
This then to level matters. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
Neymar is fourth up. Never in doubt.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Oh, it's been saved! And that's it! The ultimate heartbreak. The prize dangled in their faces and was cruelly snatched away. And so it ends in pain as the glory goes elsewhere. So much endeavour, so much expectation, so little ultimate reward.
Well, this really shows the cruel nature of sport. To have made it so far and fall short is just heartbreaking.
So this is the one we've all been waiting for, the crowd embracing the ultimate game in the competition, the ultimate date with destiny for their teams, as one of the game's most sought-after pieces of silverware is within their reach. No shortage of glitz or glamour, and fitting that the final chapter to what has been a great footballing saga should feel as it does here. Let us be treated to a grand finale. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here, unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, having been involved in quite a few games of this stature, Peter, you can never get enough of this. It really is quite surreal.
It's a pretty loose pass. Looking to play him in. Messi, and Messi! He's scored! And there you have it, the first spark in this most special of games. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And this is Park Ji-sung. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Lovely, now then. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that. It's Aguero! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Romero is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Great vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Plays a sharp little ball here. Nakata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's picked his way through. Has a look up and delivers. And it's claimed by the keeper. Mbappe. Zanetti does really well to win the ball there. And here's Aguero. And we have breezed through the first half of the final. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. So we reach the halfway point. What does Jim Beglin have to offer at this stage?
Well, Peter, I think their lead owes a lot to a well-thought-out game plan. Now they just have to stop their opponents building up any kind of momentum early in the second half.
Half-time then, just 45 minutes between us and the climax of it all. Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Lionel Messi, number 21. El Haddoud, number 11. Park Ji-sung, coming on the field. Number 23.
Pass somewhat off target. And he welcomes Luis Suarez!
Kylian Mbappe.
He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Nice-looking ball. Played out to the left flank. Mbappe. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for the run. Mbappe, receipt. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This further to improve their cause. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
3 minutes in. Number 18, Gabriel Batistuta. Gabriel Batistuta. Gabriel Batistuta.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And that has put paid to that. A probing pass. Now it's James Rodriguez. Nicely aimed pass. Lee Kang-in can see things others simply cannot. Gerrard. Oh, this looks sharp. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Just a few moments from glory. Robertson. Ah, he's given it away. Dani Olmo. Ball played for Rijkaard. Nakata. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Batistuta. Lee Kang-in. Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Nakata. Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Koeman.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
And it's Robertson. Ferdinand. And that's it. So these are our winners. A word for the vanquished, who played more than their part in this competition and did very well to make the final. But it just wasn't to be for them. The right team did win it in the end, and it is rightly time for them to bask in their glory. What a moment this is for all connected with the team. It's a day for pride, a day for glory, another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history. Totti.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's had it taken off him. Threads one in. Chance! What? Oh, he's been caught on. Oh, it's fallen loose again. There it is! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He's such as the keeper could.
Here, Philippe inside corner.
Certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And claimed it back swiftly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all... Oh, that's a key interception. He can run onto that. And he's quick to get rid. To get a vital touch. Oh, good effort! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with...
That was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. The odds were stacked against them.
Juve receives it in a good position here. Can he get on the end of this? Juve away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again, again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. And quickly.
Played out wide. Messi. Messi. That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front. Stay forward for now.
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape.
Beauty and the cruelty of knockout football. true.
What the opposition wanted him to do.
Still nil. Batistuta.
To get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And it's Aguero. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
There will be 1 minute at a
Koeman
time.
kept aware, and it is reclaimed. And the whistle goes for half-time. That gets us going once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
And get in the right position to do that collectively.
Just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's been taken short. At times cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Hello everyone. We are glad to announce
Your
that our new
reflections then, Jim.
commemorative strip
Munich
is now
desperately
available.